to medicine that didn't exist until now, and today can save your life.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max Gels. Concentrated power, 25% smaller pill. Max your cold relief with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
How do you top mac and cheese? Start with 100% clean ingredients, like Vermont white cheddar. Then add bacon, barbecue chicken, or Baja Blend. Catering and delivery now available. Panera, food as it should be.
Now to our journey across America.
When we get done, Chicago will be the safest big city in this country.
You're talking about housing.
I'm talking about employment opportunities.
We see, and for the first time, emerge stories that impact hometowns across this country.
The United Nations is issuing a dire new warning on climate change, saying in a new report that nations must make unprecedented changes to avoid life or death effects. UN scientists say the global temperature rise must not surpass 1.5 degrees Celsius. A difference of just half a degree could have catastrophic consequences, including completely wiping out the planet's coral reefs.
And while the UN tries to spur nations into action, an accidental discovery has some marine biologists hopeful they can bring dying coral back to life. NBC's Kerry Sanders has the story.
5 to 7 days after a summer's full moon, one of the rarest events in the world's oceans mysteriously unfolds. Marine biologists don't know how the moon triggers corals to spawn, but even with millions upon millions of fertilized eggs, scientists say this rarely photographed event is no longer enough to maintain healthy coral reefs. But now, an accidental discovery is offering hope. A half-mile off Key West, 10 feet down in the Atlantic, marine biologist Joey Mandera on a team from Mote Marine that witnessed corals that grow only a millimeter a year can now be tricked into growing up to 500 times faster.
How excited are you to see what was once impossible now possible? I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Corals, among the slowest growing animals on Earth, are dying at an alarming rate, turning white as ocean temperatures rise. Scientists, with my helping hand on this day, are growing corals resistant to climate change.
And if you can please push the plug into the reef, like this right now? Correct, just like that.
Like magnets, these small corals grow towards each other and then unify. No one knew that would happen until some fragments of cut corals fell to the bottom of a tank.
Here is a small one that was just planted.
Scientist David Vaughn discovered those flecks of coral were unexpectedly supercharged after the trauma of being cut.
And that was a eureka moment.
It was what the New York Times called my eureka mistake.
Why protect reefs? Scientists say they help provide 70% of the oxygen we breathe, support a quarter of all aquatic life, and form a vital buffer against coastal erosion. After planting, the next step? Up to Mother Nature.
In about 2 years, they actually start to spawn. That's a sign that they're really, really healthy because they wouldn't reproduce if they were stressed.
Helping corals help themselves. Kerry Sanders, NBC News, Key West.
100 years from now, they're going to be wondering why every newscast every day wasn't focused on climate change.
Right, yeah. They're so beautiful. I'm Marley Hall.
After a collision, the last thing you want to deal with is insurance and deductibles. Griggs Auto Body is the preferred repair facility for several major insurance companies. For more than 20 years, Griggs Auto Body is the best in the Yuma area, with mobile on-site free estimates and free towing. Ask us about our deductible assistance program, as well as free car rental service while your auto gets repaired. At Griggs Auto Body, we care and will get you back on the road. Our staff is capable and ready to take care of your auto body and collision needs. Call Griggs Auto Body today.
Over 30 million people have made Manifest TV's #1 news show.
You're one of the chosen.
She was killed because she was on that plane. Any one of us could be next.
Who are you? Manifest, tonight 10/9 Central on NBC.
Now to our journey across America.
When we get done, Chicago will be the safest big city in this country.
You're talking about housing.
I'm talking about employment opportunities.
We see, and for the first time, emerge stories that impact hometowns across this country.
You're watching Sunrise on KYMA News 11, where news comes first.
Good morning. Today is Monday, October 8th, 2018. I'm Ivany Villalobos.
And I'm Blake Keller. Here's a look at what's ahead this morning at 6. New body camera video from Phoenix police following an officer-involved shooting that killed one woman. We break down how this situation unfolded.
Plus, breaking voter records, how many new voters registered for the midterm elections, and where you can still register before the deadline.
Also on Sunrise, Arizona Western College has a few programs set to get students excited for college. News 11's Ariana Shell brings us that report. We'll have all these stories and more. Certainly a lot to get to this morning. But first, we want to check in on those temperatures for those maybe leaving out the door in the next few minutes.
Yes, so with that, let's go outside and take a look at that RV World You Must Skycam to check out what our weather is like for us here this morning. To start off already, it's Monday, everyone, and it's, again, October 8th. The sun will rise in just a half an hour, but that's a live look outside this morning. Fairly calm for us here today. So our sunrise will rise at around 6:37, and we do have calm winds set for later this morning and also for right now. Our current temperatures are at 64 degrees in Yuma and also in Blythe. We're looking at the lower 60s in the YPG area at 60 degrees and 66 for Imperial, El Centro at 65 degrees. Now for today's highs, we're going to be in the mid 80s for us here at 85 in Yuma and Blythe as well. We're looking at 84 in Welton and just slightly warmer in Imperial, El Centro and Mexicali at 87 degrees.
Well, I was going to say I did see a few sprinkles yesterday, Ivany, so...
yeah, and also it was raining by Alpine, so raining pretty hard over there. And then after you get past the mountains, it was just nice and dry.
That's where it dissipates.
Yes, exactly. But we might see some ahead of this week, so we'll talk about that more later on in our show.
Very good. All right, we're taking a look at those border wait times so far this morning. A 20-minute delay in Calexico East, 40 minutes there in your ready lane. We're also seeing a 40-minute wait time in Calexico West. But San Luis, you're seeing hefty wait times so far this morning, 80 minutes, 60 minutes there in your ready lane, and a pending update in Los Agadones. Well, 6:02 is your time developing this morning. Body camera video released by Phoenix police showing why officers shot and killed an Arizona woman.
Yeah, the shooting happened back in July, but this new video shows a woman holding a gun. Reporter Spencer Blake has that video.
Hey, she's got a gun! She's got a gun! Watch as a man and woman suspected of stealing a car started darting across the lawn of this Phoenix home with Tempe officers hot on their tails. The woman started shooting at an officer's car. Drop the gun right now! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Then you can see Sylvia Bejarano pointing the gun at one officer just before another officer fires at her. Earlier in the day, Tempe officers had chased Bejarano and Jose Gonzalez from a La Quinta Inn in Tempe. Somewhere along the way, the suspects actually stopped to pick up Bejarano's 13-year-old son. Luckily, he wasn't hurt in all the commotion. Show me your hands! Give me your hands on the ground! Get on the ground right now! After the shooting, one officer had to wait for backup to come cuff Bejarano. In the meantime, two other officers had to tase Gonzalez as he tried to kick in the front door. They were able to cuff him without a problem, and he was booked in the Maricopa County Jail. But Bejarano didn't have a pulse and ended up dying in the hospital. No officers were hurt during the shootout.
Now, in an effort he calls to keep everyone safe and honest, One Arizona Man's latest app on the iPhone will let you secretly record law enforcement. All you got to do is say, "Hey Siri, I'm getting pulled over," to activate. The add-on is called Police. Robert Peterson of Arizona says once the app is activated, the program turns on the front camera and starts recording. Now, when users stop that recording, a copy of the video will be sent to a designated contact.
Now in your Crime Alert News this morning, Welton Border Patrol agents arrested two U.S. citizens after a failed attempt to smuggle almost 55 pounds of methamphetamine through the immigration checkpoint on Interstate 8. Now agents stopped a blue Chevrolet Silverado when a BP K9 alerted agents to an odor. After a search of the vehicle, agents found 24 packages of meth inside a spare tire. Agents say the narcotics have a value of over $164,000. The 20-year-old driver and the 18-year-old passenger, both from Yuma, were arrested for transporting a controlled substance.
An Arizona judge will allow the death penalty against a former bus driver accused of killing 9 people in Phoenix. Aaron Saucedo has pleaded not guilty to a first-degree murder charge and other felony charges. These charges stem from several shooting incidents in 2015 and 2016. Saucedo's legal team asked the judge to bar the death penalty because jailhouse video of the suspect was released to news media. The judge denied that request, saying that video is public record.
Well, sheltered for unaccompanied migrant children in Phoenix closed down. Officials say they closed their doors after an unspecified incident. Now, a spokesman says Southwest Key reported the incident to local law enforcement and the federal government. There aren't many available details about the incident that forced the closure, but children inside the facility were moved to other Southwest Key shelters in Arizona. Officials with the shelter say they're working to retain staff before opening back up. This comes as Southwest Key has been heavily scrutinized after reports of abuse came to light. The facility also failed to require employee background checks. Well, when driving around Yuma, you may have noticed roads with potholes or cracks. City of Yuma data shows starting next year, less than $4 million will be available per year to maintain city roads. Fix Our Roads is a group in Yuma looking for ways to increase construction funds to fix the quality of the roads. Proposition 411 would generate approximately $10 million per year to improve roads. It would come from 0.5% sales increase. Fix Our Roads says it will decrease the chances of having to pay thousands of dollars in vehicle damages due to potholes.
So as people look at, you're either going to pay me now or you're going to pay me later, right? You pay the tax and fix the roads, or you're going to increase your maintenance costs on your vehicles.
Prop 411 would only repair or replace road pavement. A map provided by the city shows that in a few years under current funding, road improvement would go from being 40 miles behind to 120 miles behind. To learn more about this proposition and how it could affect our roads, you can visit our website at kyme.com.
Well, voters across the nation broke records for this year's National Voter Registration Day. Last week, more than 800,000 people registered to vote for the upcoming midterm elections. That's nearly 30,000 more voters this year compared to 2016. And if you haven't registered to vote just yet, you still have some time to do it. The deadline is right around the corner. The general election this year is set for November 6th. If you want to vote in Arizona, you must register by Tuesday, October 9th. Voters can check their voting status online at Service Arizona or at the local recorder's office in downtown Yuma. Your last day to request an early ballot is also October 26th. In California, voters must register no later than October 22nd. That can be done at the Imperial County Registrar of Voters office or online at registertovote.ca.gov. New this morning, Arizona Western College is helping first-generation students develop a desire to enroll in post-secondary education.
News 11's Ariana Shell spoke to a representative with TRIO Student Support Services who tells us how the program is getting kids excited for college. Ariana.
Good morning, Blake and Ivany. Now, Arizona Western College is giving first-generation and low-income students a chance to experience college life.
Both the Talent Search and Upward Bound program are part of TRIO. TRIO is a federally funded program that provides services for students. Several target schools include Gila Vista Junior High, Welton Junior High, Yuma High School, and Kofa High School.
We have the Talent Search, which is a pre-college, which we actually start working with students as early as 6th grade through high school. And then we have our Upward Bound program, which starts working with students in high school, so 9 through 12. And then we also have our Student Support Services KEYS program, which is actually for students who are here at Arizona Western College.
The TRIO name was inspired by these three programs. Upward Bound was the first program created in the 1960s. There are now 9 TRIO programs, including the McNair program, helping students get their master's and doctorate degree.
The goal for them in the long term, if they're in the pre-college programs, our Upward Bound or Talent Search, it is for them to enroll in post-secondary education. And really with all of the TRIO programs, that is really the ultimate goal, is for those students to earn the bachelor, the 4-year, the bachelor's degree.
As part of the Higher Education Act, providing these support services would help people who would not normally have access to higher education.
It's to generate that excitement, that college is for them. They'll be able to meet students are here, staff that's here, faculty that's here, and just get to feel like, hey, that is a place that I belong and I can go there.
According to Thomas, the sooner a student is is able to step foot on a college campus, they are more likely to pursue a post-secondary degree.
The earlier that they are able to, to step onto a college or university campus, it does increase their likelihood of pursuing higher education, post-secondary.
For more information on how to get your student involved with the TRIO program, visit our website at kyma.com. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Ariana Schell, News 11. Back to you, Blake and Ivany.
All right, Ariana, thanks so much for that. Bright lights in the sky overnight. Did you catch it? We've had several viewers send in their pictures and videos. What you saw all the way from California is the new SpaceX rocket launch, the Falcon 9. The launch happened at the Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. That launch delivered a satellite into space before returning back to base. Now, this is the first landing attempt at that base. The satellite will deliver radar imagery, which can help emergency responders of environmental disasters. Now, if you caught a glimpse, share your pictures with us through our News 11 mobile app.
And have you entered for Firehouse Fridays? Each Friday during the 6 o'clock show this morning on Sunrise, we will announce a winner of a Firehouse Subs catering platter. All you have to do to win is enter at kyma.com.
Justice Brett Kavanaugh confirmed and ready to take the bench. I'm Tracy Potts. Coming up, will the politics of this contentious nomination spill over into November's elections?
And in your News 11 Helpline report, the FDA has a new method to help protect adults from HPV. The details still to come.
And also on Sunrise, we're taking a look at your weather forecast, what we can expect ahead of this week. And now here's a look at what's ahead on the Today Show.
Good morning. Coming up on Today, what we are now learning about that horrific limousine crash in upstate New York, the deadliest in the U.S. in nearly a decade. Plus, the new questions it's raising about limo safety nationwide. Also ahead, millions in the South bracing for what is expected to become Hurricane Michael. A state of emergency declared in Florida. Dylan has the track and the timing of that storm. All that plus what happened when Savannah got a rock climbing lesson from the world's most famous rock climber. And New Kids on the Block will be here with a big announcement about their future and some surprise guests when we see you guys a little later right here on Today.
I know the product is going to last me, and I've driven them all over 100,000 miles.
For me, it's all about being reliable, and that's why we bought a Toyota.
And now it's Toyota's Spread the Word sales event. Lease a new 2018 Camry for only $249 a month. Or get $1,000 cash back on a new Camry or Camry Hybrid.
I know that it's going to get me from A to B, and I feel stylish on the outside.
We've got what it takes. Toyota, let's go places.
So what's a good night's sleep worth to you? For a price that won't keep you up at night, Denver Mattress has you covered. Rest easy on the Doctor's Choice Plush or Firm Queen Size mattress, just $10 a month. Or sleep with confidence on the budget-friendly Buena Vista Queen, only $299.99. And don't forget our special financing on Tempur-Pedic. Say goodbye to sleepless nights and shop Denver Mattress today, the easiest way to find the right mattress.
This is a bag, but for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Score a hot breakfast with a sausage McMuffin, sausage biscuit, and any size brewed hot coffee for just $1 each on McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
Sidewinder Bar and Grill at Quechan Casino Resort has something new in store for you. Come in and try our all-new menu designed around the foods you love. Plus, enjoy your favorite sports games on our brand new giant screens. Sidewinder's Bar and Grill is now open every day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come in and experience all that is new at Sidewinder's Bar and Grill. Only at Quechan Casino Resort. New menu, new hours, because it's all about you.
The place to get your custom wheels and name brand tires is Negrete's Tires and Wheels. Now in our newest location on 4th Avenue. At Negrete's Tires and Wheels, we take pride in our selection, service, and quality. If your vehicle needs alignment, suspension, shocks, brakes, lift, or leveling kit work, come and see us first. We guarantee affordable prices. Negrete's Tires and Wheels, now with 2 locations, 1421 South Avenue B and 1954 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
Thank you for watching KYMA.